In the past 24 hours, we have been able to mint a whole lot of profit. I mean, take a look at this. $2,124 profit in the past 24 hours. And if you take a look at the amount of people who are trading and just basically being able to do very well, this app is really making my trading life very easy. And if we close the app, right, you guys are going to be able to see that I am subscribed to a few very good, powerful traders, and these traders are trading a lot of different diverse markets. And personally, I really enjoy trading Bitcoin up and down, and this is one of the reasons why I really love following traders who are specifically trading those specific niches. And if you take a look at the frequency of the updates, it's very easy for me to sort of get updated and just basically be in the know and just basically follow other people's trades. And this is one of the reasons why I really believe that Polycool is an app that you need to download, especially if you really want to take trading seriously. I mean, this is just basically like having Polymarket, but via Telegram. So you've got different niches: crypto, politics, sports, and you also have different traders that you can follow. So a lot of you guys have been asking me whether you can follow me so that you can be able to reciprocate the trades. And remember, when we started off with very little amount of money. We started off with roughly around $50, and then we've been able to grow it to about 53,000 US dollars in less than 4 months, trading specifically on Polymarket. So you do know that my trades are absolutely powerful. And to all the people who are asking me which profile I'm using and if they can copy trade me, well, you can. You just have to be my member, because this is exclusively to the people who support what I'm doing and the people who understand what type of trajectory we are on. So to all the subscribers on YouTube who are like following me, you guys are absolutely amazing. But in case you want to get the cream de la cream type of information, you already know there's no free lunch out there. You just have to do something. And this is one of the reasons why you guys can reach out to me if you want to get the exact blueprint, and you guys are going to be able to like mint a whole lot of money. But regardless of that, just follow me on YouTube and you guys are going to be able to make a whole lot of money. So in case you've got any other followers, or rather any other traders that you really think are very good, all you have to do is come to Polycool app and simply paste their URL if they are on Polymarket. Any trader who's on Polymarket can be copied, and if you guys really like what they're doing, you can just simply click on their link and just basically be able to like set up either notifications using the bell button right over there, or you can just simply click copy, and then you guys are going to be able to sort of set your parameters as far as percentage, fixed, and all that stuff. So I've done a very extensive tutorial on how you can copy trade people on Polycool, and you guys better definitely check it out. But anyhow, I just wanted to update you since I didn't upload over the weekend, because usually I do not trade during the weekend because of very low trading volume, and I avoid the weekend markets. And this is one of the reasons why I didn't update you. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, let's just go back to the technical analysis and take a look at what has been happening. So yeah, to all the people who've been following me since day one, we started this journey about literally 5 months ago. That's when I switched. I started taking Polymarket extensively, and I started focusing on just basically building my portfolio. And from this particular day, right, you saw me start with $50, and this is like literally 5 months ago only. And take a look at the portfolio that I have been able to build on my account. We are like literally 53,000, so that's like literally over 1,000x in about 5 months. If you guys want to have these types of results, all you have to do is join my trading group, and I'm going to give you the absolute blueprint. You guys are going to be able to follow me, and with the help of Polycool, you can like literally make money passively without literally doing anything, just taking advantage of my expertise. So anyhow, to all the people who would like to be part of the winning team, and if you really want to turn $50 into 53,000 US dollars or even more in less than 5 months, all you got to do is email me. The email is going to be in the description box below or on the pinned comment section. Anyhow, let's get back to the fundamentals. So first of all, we need to talk about some technical analysis because I haven't given you the shebang. And by the way, after we do the technical analysis for today, we are also going to get back to, we're going to talk about how to find the very best accounts to follow and the right procedure in order for you to get the right accounts that you can follow, because not every account is going to be easily followed and you're not really going to make profit following certain amounts, certain accounts, because a lot of accounts are bots. These are like automated and they are relying on arbitrage, and you guys are not really going to be able to make money utilizing them. So this is one of the reasons why I really believe that having some sort of skill with regards to picking a few traders that you're going to be following is going to really help you a whole lot. So we're definitely going to get to that in a short period of time. But first of all, let's talk about the price of Bitcoin today and what to expect. So for those of you who have been following me in the past 3 days, right, the past 5 days, I told you what the game plan was. So the game plan for the past days for us was aggressive shorts, and the time that I was recording this episode, let me take a look at it. What was the price? So let's get back to it, and then let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin on this particular day. So take a look at my portfolio. My portfolio was around 49,000 US dollars. Yeah, and the price was around 75,692, and I explicitly told you that the game plan was shorting the markets. And take a look at what the price has done. For the past 5 days, for those of you who had been shorting at very good levels, you guys obviously made a killing. So when it comes to Polymarket, right, you have to identify areas where you are not supposed to be trading. And I specifically told you in this particular last episode, I think this one that I did right over here about 3 days ago, I told you that I was going to avoid this cluster of going back and forth, because I just didn't really believe that I had enough data to sort of trade the particular downside that I was looking for. But eventually we came to the end of this particular move and we ended up bouncing. So big shout out to all the people who are part of my Polymarket trading group. You guys already knew that yesterday we took aggressive down shares right over there, and we have been able to sort of get a lot of money from this particular move. So what is going to happen? So today is a very tricky situation, because if we go to Polymarket 24-hour prediction right over here, we are having about 65%, 66% of the people tilting towards the upside, and only about 35% are tilting towards the downside. So if we take a look at the price to beat right over here, it's only 71,164. So now this particular odd is a very, very enticing one due to the fact that the odds towards the downside are not favorable, because only about 37% of people believe that the price is going to go down. And if we sort of go with that particular odd, we're obviously going to be able to make a 3x. Now, making a 3x sounds very enticing, but is it likely? Is it likely that the price is going to end up dropping below 71,161? Now, this is where a lot of people believe that Polymarket trading is gambling, because you do not really understand, or you barely relate the odds to the chart. So in order for you to make the best guess, you have to consider the technical analysis. And in this particular case, right now, as much as the current odds, especially towards the downside, are enticing, it's not really in our best interest to take this particular bet. Okay, Number one, because we are at this particular level where the liquidity has already been grabbed. Okay. However, let's take a look at this for a moment. Because if I just look at it and say, okay, look, the value of the down shares is absolutely lower and it's much more lucrative and profitable, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to play out. However, the strategy that I can use is I'm supposed to get in or out. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, I'm not for the up shares or the down shares. At this particular moment, we're just having a discussion so that you can get into my psyche and get to think how I think about these markets. So the secret that I can give you for all those who have been listening to me since the very beginning, right? Because you deserve to have knowledge which is actionable, okay? So what I really like playing or trading and just basically aggressively trading are moments when liquidity is grabbed. When liquidity is grabbed, right? When liquidity is taken, especially in the direction that I'm expecting, because when it's all said and done, the price is eventually going to come back to 64,960. We know for a fact we've been expecting a downside for the past 5 days, and we have been right thus far. But in order for us to maximize our prediction and just basically take advantage of it, right? We shouldn't trade each and every day. So what I'm expecting is I expect a healthy pullback. Once I see a pullback and we grab some liquidity, and let me show you where the liquidity lies right now, especially on the upside. Number one, we do have a liquidity push towards 73,000. This particular area right over here is a very good liquidity push. We also have a lot of imbalance right above our level. So right now, the downside isn't really that exciting. Okay, and moreover, we've had this one and that one, and we also had this particular third touch right over here. So obviously there's liquidity building up towards the downside, and what the market makers are doing right now is they are building liquidity towards the downside by manipulating the price to go up. So right now what the market makers are doing is they are making regular people believe that this is a solid support. And once they have built enough liquidity, they are going to end up crashing it towards the downside. So in order for you to make money in this particular instance, you've got two plays. So right now we've got the 22-hour time frame, right? So what you're going to do is in such moments when you see the play for the market makers, right? When you see what they're trying to do, do not go for the obvious trick right over here, because right now 37 cents looks absolutely amazing. If we're right, we make a 3x. We're not going to go for it because we know they have to build liquidity before the price is taken down. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to go for other market time frames. For example, we click on crypto and we go into the 4-hour time frame. So in the next 4 to about 8 hours, we know that the price is going to be going up. So what we're going to be doing is, instead of using the 24-hour trading market, we're going to flip to either the 4-hour or the 1 hour and aggressively trade the up share. Okay, so right now this particular up share is about 50-50, well, it's about 81 to about 20 something. So we're going to wait for the next period because this wider time frame is absolutely down, and we're going to bet on the up share of the next 1 hour time frame. So we can either do the 1 hour or the 4 hour, because we know for a fact that we're going to see the market makers try to manipulate the price towards the upside. So that particular play is obviously a very highly risky one. Personally, I would rather play the downside. But before the downside comes, since we have already had 1, 2, and this is the third touch, I would rather quickly scalp an up share and get out as soon as possible. And as the 1 hour time frame is in process, right, I'm not going to be waiting for the timer to come to an end. I'm just basically going to be holding the trades for maybe perhaps 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm out, because I know longing, or rather placing up shares, is going to be lucrative, but it's highly risky because the overall trend is towards the downside. However, you can still get away with up shares. Okay, I know this is absolutely confusing, and to all the people who've been trading Polymarket, you guys already know the strategy that I'm talking about. If you know anything about liquidity, order blocks, what do you call these, gaps in the markets and all that stuff, you guys already understand how to play this game. Anyhow, if you guys still do not understand my strategy right now, it really means you need some guidance. You need somebody to help you and, walk you through how to play the game. However, this is a very, very easy game to play. So moral of the story, I'm not going to place any trade on the 24-hour time frame, because anything can happen. It can go either ways. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to be betting on the smaller time frame, either the 1 hour or the 5 hour, the 4 hours, and I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not really going to let the timer run. I'm going to make sure that I start close to the beginning of the timer, and then when it's about to run out, or before it runs out, I just simply get out of my trade. I'm not going to wait for it to like come to 0-0 right over here. As soon as I'm in profit, I just basically get out and just be able to do my thing. So have you seen, if we took the up shares about 2 hours ago, we could have been up by about 50%. So this is one of the reasons why this strategy does work. So you have to figure out when to get in, when to get out, and when to use what type of strategy. And once you guys get to do that each and every day, you guys are going to be able to mint a lot of money. Anyhow, that is as far as my market predictions are concerned. So what I'm expecting is expect a little bit of a pullback towards the upside. We could end up taking this liquidity right over here. We could go up, or maybe we might never go up, but whatever happens, the price is going to continue going towards the downside. So the overall trend is towards the downside. So all you have to do is look for market moments when you have a little bit of a liquidity grab, especially towards the upside, in order for the trend to continue in its prominent direction, which is the downside. So that is the game that you're supposed to be playing. All right, so like I promised, right? I told you that I would show you how to find the very best traders to follow on Polymarket. These are realistic traders that you are going to be following. So remember, avoid following trading bots, because you're just going to end up being liquidity. So the first thing that you need to do is, when you go to polymarket.com, all you have to do is click on leaderboard and make sure you choose whatever category you fancy. Personally, I really love crypto, and this is one of the reasons why I'm definitely only looking at crypto traders. So the highest crypto trader has been Greco Maker. He's made about 265. So what I'm looking for is a trader who's making a PNL of about $20,000 or less, because if you're trading and you're making around 5,000 to about 20,000 US dollars, you are definitely pretty good. So I would also look at these guys who are like 2,926. This is, by the way, the monthly PNL right over here. So let's go slightly above. Let's go above 5,000 US dollars, so that we try and get the very best. Okay, so these guys are trading and making $5,000 with a trading volume of around 21,000. So trading volume is also very important. So if these guys are having a trading volume of around 21,000 US dollars, and they are able to make about 5,430, that's like literally a quarter of their trading volume. So it means it's either they are highly skilled or they've got very good access to information. So let's look for another person who's got So this guy has been having a volume of around 55,239, and they've had a P&L of around 6,390. So just based on the ratio of the volume to the profit to the P&L, you can tell who's extremely good. So what you're looking for is somebody who's got a very small trading volume, but they have a very high P&L. So for example, this guy has got 23,550 as the trading volume, but his P&L has been around 6,000. That's like literally like a quarter. That's absolutely very very good. So in comparison to this guy has got a trading volume of around 667,000 US dollars, and he only has a P&L of about 5,920. So if you look at that ratio, that is extremely bad. You shouldn't be, following somebody like that. So for argument's sake, let's take a look at this guy right over here, Cyberpunker. This is also very good. So this is like 1/3, 15,835, and then he's been able to get a P&L of about 5,883. So far this guy has been very good in comparison to his monthly volume. He's been able to generate like a whole lot. So let's take a look at this guy. So if you have this guy's trading account, right, you just simply click copy and you go on Polycool. So assume you are on Polycool. Am I still sharing this? So anyhow, all you have to do is click on that particular link right over there. Let me just continue sharing my my portfolio. Just hold on a little bit, yeah, so that you guys understand. Once you click copy, you copy the link of whoever you want to copyright. You then have to go to Polycool right over here, Polycool. Okay, and then simply go on Trader and then just search for somebody. You can search for them. So let's try looking for this guy. But anyway, you'll be able to get him. So his profile is LK1101X. So just simply type that in this particular part of Polycool, and you're going to be able to like search for them. So once you see them, then you basically either copy them or you just put trading alerts. So before you automatically start copying somebody, you have to put trading alerts, because you have to observe their trading criteria. For example, this guy has been able to trade FDV, and he's been able to mint a whole lot of money right over here. So he's been able to enter at very low prices, and he's been able to like flip. So yeah, this guy's average entry and his execution hasn't been that, he's not really flipping that much. He's just like literally going in and out very quick. So he's using a lot of volume and he's exiting very fast. So he enters at 10.3 cents and then sells at 10.5 cents. Okay, and he's been able to like generate that amount of money. So anyway, I think this guy is just like a very ultra fast scalper. So take a look at this. He entered at 22.4 cents and he exits at 26.5 cents right there, and he's able to make like 1,822. So this guy's strategy is he uses a large amount of money, and then he just spends a trade in about he only keeps a trade for like a few seconds. That's it. So the more you keep on searching these types of people, right, you guys are going to figure out what type of strategy that they use. So I've also exhibited in real time one strategy that you can use if you are scared of Polymarket, right? All you have to do is get in and get out very fast. Whenever you see an opportunity, especially when the markets are about to like have a turnaround, right? Get in and then you get out very fast. Look at this guy. He doesn't even waste a lot of time. He just gets in at 10.3 cents and he exits at 10.5 cents, and he makes that amount of PNL. Of course, here he only made like $70, but a win is a win. Now take a look at this. He entered at 22 cents and left at 26 cents, and he was able to make 1,822. He was able to only make 18% price profit. Of course, he was able to get in like with a 10,000 US dollars, and he was able to like get out like that. So it's also one type of strategy that you can use. Anyhow, let's take a look at another example so that you guys understand what is happening. So let's take a look at this guy. Who else has got a very good trading volume to PNL, or rather profit ratio? So this guy, okay, let's take a look at this guy just for argument's sake. This guy has had 49 trades. He's had the biggest win of about $42.4. Okay, and he doesn't really trade much. So this guy doesn't, he only trades a lot of sports, so he knows more about sports. So if you guys are into sports, then you guys can definitely take a look at him. So yeah, let me get somebody else. Who else has got a very nice trading volume to PNL ratio? So let's take a look at this guy. For argument's sake, let's take a look at now this is a very bad PNL, so let's take a look at somebody else. All right, let's take a look at this guy. So this guy's trading volume is around 16,909, and then they've had a PNL of around 14,564. So that's a very good ratio. That's a very good trading ratio to PNL. So let's take a look at this guy, and let's see what they are doing. So he's had 85 predictions, and the biggest win was around 11.6k. So what has he been mostly trading? So yeah, he's been trading. So this guy looks like an insider. So in this particular trade, he made around 77%. So he was able to like flip. He obviously invested maybe something like 15,000 US dollars, and he was able to win that amount of money, and he was able to get in like that. So people have got different strategies, and yeah, just looking at what he does, this guy has got a very good solid edge in the market. So this is obviously one of the accounts I would definitely look into. And the goodness about him is he doesn't really trade much, but whenever he does, he most likely wins, and he's always winning very big. Like this one, he made a 3,665% PNL, which is absolutely good, and yeah, he did very well. So he's got very good wins, and if you guys are into this type of bets, then you can obviously take a look at him. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you how you're supposed to get in and what type of criteria you're supposed to use in order for you to pick the very best traders. I also gave you like another strategy that I use, especially when there is a counter trend to my prominent trend expectation, what type of strategies that you can use, and how you guys can basically be able to make a whole lot of money. So obviously I am very long-winded. This is not like a very good corporate structure type of explanation, but hey, it is what it is. This is free YouTube. You guys are not paying me any money, so at least I'm able to give you all this type of information. However, if you really want to get the creme de la creme, if you really want to get the very best of crypto hype, and if you really want to get my secret sauce, you can do it for only $500 US, and this is a one-time lifetime fee. And the reason why I'm charging you $500 to join is because I want to filter out the real people from the people who like free stuff, because at the end of it all, whenever you are skilled at something, you obviously do not offer your services for free. And you have already seen how I have been able to push in the past 5 months. If I can flip $50 into 50,000 US dollars in about 5 months. Imagine what I can do to 50,000 US dollars. So why should I give my strategy for free when I'm already giving you enough information on YouTube? So yeah, to other people who really want to progress with me and the people who really want to make life-changing money, the chance is right now. The time is right now. We've got free limited time frames, and if you heard and watched every single bit of this video, and if you've reached the very end, it means you are ready to make that ginormous leap, especially when it comes to profit making in your life. So yeah, just reach out to me. The email that you're supposed to reach out to me from is in the description box below or on the comment section below. Check it out, and I will see you in the trading group. So big shout out to other people who are already in my Polymarket Trading Academy. We are definitely winning each and every day. So talk to you guys a little bit later. I will come to you again tomorrow with another update.